First, we will watch an ad that advertises a solar panel company that does a good job of introducing the topic of solar energy.
Today, the best thing you can do with energy is to conserve it, and for good reason. The world's energy sources are finite and shrinking. But what if it wasn't that way? What if there was an infinite source of energy that would never run out? Energy everyone had equal and abundant access to, that left no waste no matter how much you used. Imagine the amazing things we could do. The possibilities are limitless. We believe the sun is that infinite source of energy for everyone. And while we certainly believe in conservation now, the true promise of solar energy is abundance. At Solar City, our vision is a future powered by solar energy and filled with limitless potential.
Why is solar energy a grand design challenge? First, let's talk about what we are currently getting our energy from. We are getting energy from non-renewable resources, which won't last forever, and they harm the environment. Solar energy, on the other hand, is good for the environment. It doesn't use water to create electricity, it doesn't add to the global warming problem, and it's free to harvest sunlight, which is unlike drilling for oil. But it needs to be a grand design challenge because it's not perfect yet. We still have a long ways to go before it can take over fueling the world. So, it needs to be a challenge for scientists and engineers to help solve to make the world a better place. There are some obstacles to overcome to make solar energy economical. We need to work on making solar panels more efficient. They range from 11 to 15% in efficiency. Some factors that affect efficiency are the tilt of the panel, the temperature, and the shade blocking the panel. Cost is also a factor. Solar panels have high manufacturing costs. It is common knowledge that solar panels are expensive, so consumers are more likely to choose non-renewable energy sources. Storing energy is also tricky. When the sun's not out, people still need energy. However, they are unable to get it because there's nothing powering their solar panel. Right now, solar panel developers are researching how to improve efficiency. Professor Kumar is seeking inspiration from plants' photosynthesis process. He uses a gel substance that mimics chlorophyll and is made of cow protein, coconuts, and organic dyes. This new technology is supposed to collect parts of the light spectrum that solar panels can't absorb at the moment. German researchers are working on lowering the cost of solar panels by using the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Silicon wafers are part of the production of solar panels, but they are destroyed in the process. This is an expensive way to get rid of these panels, so they are now reusing them instead. This allows them to lower the cost since they're using less energy and material. Storing solar energy is a favorite topic among researchers. There are many innovative ideas out there, such as flow batteries and thermal storage tanks. Flow batteries convert solar energy back to its original state and stores it using organic fuel. Thermal storage tanks convert the sun's energy to heat. Salt absorbs that energy without changing states. North Carolina has created a big impact on solar energy. It is ranked the #1 Southeast state for most solar energy use. Duke Energy has 6 solar projects to collect energy, which fuels 85,000 homes. Tom Mayer, a professor at ECU, is working on a way to store the solar energy collected. He wants to convert the energy to hydrogen with the help of water. Making solar energy economical is important because it could improve the world in so many ways. It would lower our global warming emissions. Since non-renewable energy will be replaced by solar energy, it could lower our fossil fuel emissions by 81% in the USA. We would also have a more reliable energy system because solar panels are a single unit of power instead of a main power source. So, when a storm comes, only the houses affected by it will lose power, while the other ones will stay lit up. Another important aspect of this challenge would be the lowered water usage. Right now, a lot of energy sources use water. This water is needed for other processes, such as agriculture and healthcare. So, by making solar energy economical, you're also breaking away into other challenges, such as making clean water more accessible. Making solar energy economical improves the quality of life through climate, health, and economics. No global warming gases are emitted from collecting energy from the sun, so solar panels don't add to the abundance of fossil fuels. Fossil fuels get trapped in the Earth's atmosphere, raising the temperatures. The change in temperature changes the climate, which can negatively impact animals and plants. If solar energy becomes a more widely used source of energy, countries in poverty will have easier access to electricity. 90% of mankind has problems cooking foods and treating illnesses because of their lack of electricity. With solar energy, people will have advanced healthcare and proper foods. The replacement of renewable energy will also increase air quality, which is linked to many health problems. Lastly, solar energy will better the economy because it brings more jobs. In 2011, solar energy companies employed 100,000 people. And NC, 450 companies involved in solar energy are supporting 4,300 employees. As solar energy becomes more popular, the number of job openings will rise.
What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think solar energy, Angel?
Sun.
Okay, and what does the sun do in solar energy?
Provides energy.
Yes, okay, what about you, Katie?
Probably it being a renewable energy source.
Do you think it's going to be a successful renewable energy source, or is it like a bad idea?
I think it's going to be successful because we always have sun.
True on that.
I think that we overestimate the current technologies. For example, a while back people were thinking of powering cars with solar energy, but in order to power a car you would have to have larger solar panels than the car itself, so it kind of defeats the purpose.
Okay, so do you think developing solar energy is an important thing for scientists and engineers to pursue?
No.
Would you like to explain your answer?
I think energy is important, but I mean, there's a lot of other things going on in the world other than us having to need energy. especially from solar energy, and it takes up a lot of space with solar panels. So personally, I think no.
Okay, what about you, Katie?
I agree with Angel because I think that while it does have a place, like, we need to look into it, I don't think it needs immediate action as much as something that, say, like a world war would need.
So you would think like something like world peace would be like more important than solar energy then, right?
Yes,
Sort of.
or defense.
Okay. Let's say you were given two options to power your house. You could use solar energy, which is more expensive, but it's better for the environment. Or you can use fossil fuels, which are cheaper, but are harmful for the environment. Which would you choose? And give it like an honest answer.
Okay, well for me, it depends on first money, like exactly your financial stance and how much money you have. But secondly, I think the importance would be the environment, because if I did have money, like your financial stance, if it was good enough to have solar energy, then that would definitely be first on the list.
Okay, so if you were like well off in the money department, you would use solar energy, but if you're like just an average person, then you probably wouldn't.
Yeah, and you have like a strict budget. So.
Okay. Alright, what about you, Katie?
I agree with Angel. I think it wouldn't be very high on my priority list if I was your average working class citizen. I would rather choose to spend it on my kids' education than spend it on using solar energy.
Okay. Alright, and what are your ideas for solar energy?
Well, there is one type of technology that's currently being developed, I believe, in Germany or another European country, that uses a spherical, kind of like a magnifier that seems to work pretty well in theory because it tracks the sun's movement and it can get the most rays of sunlight from any position of the sun in the sky. And then if we can capitalize on that and find somewhere to store it, like you were saying, I think that we might have something successful for the future.
Alright, what about you, Angel?
I just think they need to come up with a smaller way, because right now solar panels are pretty big in size, taking up a lot of space. So I think they should come up with a way where it can be small but still have a lot of storage, yet you're using it at the same time. So you're using the energy, but it's stored for later, like on cloudy days and stuff like that.
Okay, thank you for your time. Do you guys have any last remarks about solar energy?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I think that to make solar energy more economical, it will need more publicity. After conducting my interview, I saw that people think that it's not an important problem. They thought there are more important tasks to take action to. What they don't realize is that solar energy can solve lots of problems. For example, there are many wars going on that are caused by the fight for resources. Solar energy is available to everyone, so there's no need for fighting. By putting more attention to this problem, it will interest more and more engineers and scientists. I also think that solar panels should be put on city buildings and buildings used by the public rather than single-family homes. Since city buildings use more electricity, it makes sense to go straight to these buildings first rather than homes who use less.